The Horror with your host, with most Annabelle. As always, welcome back. So we are doing a movie review. Yes, we are doing a review. This is straight from Netflix. I know Jen and Christian did do a review about this movie, Cam, a number of months ago. I finally just got around to watching it, and it's a good one. It's a good one. It made me a few times. I noticed myself wanting to kind of scream at the TV at this girl, but I'll get into that in a little bit. But no, overall, I really did kind of like this. It definitely, I know some of the things that people were saying about this movie is like, oh, if you have your own, like, sort of channel or a Twitch account or whatever, especially in social media where you're trying to get, like, followers and everything, this is one that you will relate to, and it certainly is, because it kind of shows, like, what would you do to try and get those viewers, those subscribers and stuff, trying to get you, higher up in this whole big social media world and everything. And I think some of the parts where it's like some of the things that these girls were doing to get these sort of faithful subscribers is where I was like, what are you doing? But it's just because of, like, the content that they were doing. I would not do that sort of content myself. But, whatever, to each their own. So, Cam is about a movie, like I said, kind of about, social media world and everything. Mainly this one girl who's on this site, a YouTube-esque sort of site, more of a mature audience and everything. I know a lot of the girls that are on here are usually in, like, lingerie, doing, sexual things, or even, like, this one girl does, like, sort of fake suicides to a degree. I mean, I know it's entertainment to a degree. I'm a little about that, only because, like, that's something, pretty close to me. But you know what, at the same time, I'm not going to be one of these people who's like, oh my god, that's so offensive. It's part of the movie, whatever. Like, I'm not going to make an issue out of it. Really, I'm not. So, I mean, but then again, I watched something like Ginger Snaps, and I have nothing wrong with those girls doing it. So, that's the other thing. I don't want to be a hypocrite about it, because, it's just, I think just for the movie itself and what they were trying to do with it, or what this girl's character was doing with it, oh, let's fake a suicide, or, like, oh, this week, the way I'm going to kill myself is this, and it's just, you're trying to do it for viewers. That's kind of what my issue is. But like I said, I'm not going to be one of those people. So I'm just saying. But, and even like like taking off your clothes and doing sexual things, it's like, no, like, and that's the other thing though too, because, as the movie goes on, you realize that this girl has some very creepy admirers, borderline sort of stalkerish, very much so kind of stalkerish. So it's kind of like, why would you do that? Like, I don't know, because I just, especially too here on YouTube, like, I mean, I've had over the years some of my sort of admirers. I mean, nothing, like, horrible, nothing where I felt threatened or anything, but definitely a little, like, weirdo. I mean, whatever. I mean, most of you guys are really, really cool, really nice about your comments. But, and plus you've heard of other people too who will start getting sort of like stalkers and stuff, and admirers who kind of draw or cross that line and stuff. So I know that sort of stuff does happen to a lot of us. So, and like, it's sad, kind of sad. But anyway, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Cam. So, of course, this girl, eventually she realizes she's locked out of her account. She's going through all this stress and everything, trying to get back into her account, trying to prove that, like, no, like, I'm not doing these videos. It's a look-alike girl and stuff. So it's just very scary, especially when it's something that you put so much effort into it with all your private information, and someone literally takes that away from you, and you're like, what do you do? What do you do? And it's creepy too. Some of it too, I just feel so like literally after watching this video, I contemplated quitting YouTube for good and, like, closing my Instagram account and literally just doing Facebook with like my friends and family and coworkers. Like, I literally thought about it, but I didn't. I didn't because you guys have been way too good to me over the years. But no, it's just, it's a nice concept. It's a nice, refreshing concept. I don't want to say it's not necessarily anything new of a concept. I think it's just a refreshing take on the concept. Because once again, there's really no original ideas anymore. So, I mean, or I should say there's only like really 3 original ideas. Everything's just sort of a different twist on it. But if you guys have not seen this one yet, I know it's been out for quite some time. If you're kind of like me, one of the last people to check it out, check this one out. It definitely is worth a watch, and it's not scary in the sense of, like, ooh, jump scares, or anything. But it's one of those things that will kind of get you a little nervous. It's a little more creep factor of like who is this? Like, who is the subscriber? And actually, interestingly enough, after this movie, I actually had gotten a new sub who had actually was watching a lot of my older videos, commenting on quite a few of my videos, and thank you for that person. Thank you for subbing and like, commenting on a lot of my videos with like, detail and stuff. But I just thought about, I'm like, but don't worry, I'm not creeped out though. I'm actually very pleased. But it's things like that where you're like, what if it could be so easy? But what else? But it's a little more interesting. It's a little more like, ooh, so definitely check this one out. Let me know, you guys, in the bottom and everything in the comments, what do you think about this movie? If you've already seen it, what you may not have liked about this, because I'm sure there are probably people out there who didn't like this movie. I want to hear about it. Let me know in the comments. Till next time, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.